Hi everyone, in today's video I'm showing you this tiny winter cabin that I made because I really wanted to do another winter build, but I know not everyone celebrates Christmas, so I wanted to be sure that this is void of any Christmas decorations and things like that, and so it's more universal. And also this build would be good in any season in the game, not just winter, although it does look really good in winter. And since I did the landscaping in winter, there's nothing really extra other than what I put like for the trees and stuff. But yeah, and I also wanted to take this time to announce that I am on Patreon now. If you didn't see my community post I put up, I think yesterday, it does have an explanation for each of the tiers that I made for my Patreon if you want to check that out, or you can just go ahead and go to my link in the description down below. But I also just kind of wanted to give you a run through also of the tiers and explain it a little bit more, just in case you don't know like how it would benefit you to be a patron. So really what it is for any of the tiers is that you would have access to my tray files, and that's important because not a lot of people have access to the gallery, whether it's that there's just like some kind of like glitch with their game, or maybe they don't have internet access to be connected to the gallery, because in order to have access to the gallery you have to play online, so you have to have your game connected to an internet source, and not everyone does that. So some people just play offline, and in that case they can't download any households or lots or anything from the gallery. So when you have access to tray files, all you have to do is download the tray file and install it into your game, and then it will show up in your library whether you're online or offline. I will also be linking the Sims4 tray importer in my description down below, and trust me when I say you will want to get that. It makes life so much easier. I just recently started using that like a week ago, and it is so much easier getting my creations, like my builds, my households, everything, to other people using that. And if you install that onto your computer, what you do is for the tray files, like if you were to become one of my patrons, you just download the zip file that I put online and then use the Sims4 tray importer to install it into your library. And then once you open your game, it'll be there in your library and you can just put it wherever you want and use it for your gameplay. And so that's why I wanted to let you all know that on Patreon, if you are in the tier 1, the cool kids tier, which is only $2 a month, I will be eventually sharing as much of my creations as possible, or as many as, I've made over 150 so far throughout the last year and a half. So I'm trying to put it up there a little bit at a time whenever I can, to show pictures of the things that I've made too, in case you haven't seen my Instagram or other things. But definitely anything new that I make, I will be putting on Patreon. So for the cool kids tier, the $2 a month, you will have access to everything that I make, because I will be putting it on there for you to install it into your game. But aside from that, for the tier number 2, which is $5 a month, the power team tier, that one you will have early access to my tray files. So for instance, this build that I'm showing you right now, I finished it 2 days ago, and I already put up some pictures and the tray file zip, so that if I had any $5 patrons, they would already have it in their game. And then you also have voting rights, which means that you can eventually, once I start putting up polls when I have more patrons, you'll be able to vote on the different things you want to see, maybe vote on characters that I make, and or different build styles or whatever. I'll definitely be putting up different polls depending on what people want to see and things like that. And then on tier 3, which is the magic makers, it is $15 a month. That one not only gives you early access to all of my tray files and any save files. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, for the tier number 2, the power team, that also gives you early access to any save files I make. And there is a collab that I am hosting that I'm making a save file for. It's coming out in March, and it's so freaking interesting. At least the people who are in the collab with me are already super excited. So there will be more coming on that, but trust me when I say you will probably want to have early access to that, so you can see it and and be able to put it in your game before other people even know about it. But aside from that, on the magic makers, you will also have the ability to request one sim creation or build creation from me a month. And that means, you know, like if you're not that good at building yourself, you can ask me like, hey Tierra, you know, I need a modern micro home for an artist sim, or, you know, that's just an example. But then I would make a modern micro home with some artist things in it for your sim, and I would share that directly to you. Although I would still probably share it on the gallery and things like that, but it would be something that you asked for specifically. And then you also get access to tray files of things that I make that I don't share to the gallery. So I'll be making some builds that I don't share for other people to access on the gallery, which means only the people who are my $15 patrons will have access to those creations. And I might still make, you know, like YouTube videos on them and everything, but you can only get it if you're a $15 patron. And yeah, so that's just, you know, something that would be a little bit extra incentive, something to give you something more and things that other people can't have otherwise, you know what I mean? Because if you're my magic makers, you deserve it. You're definitely giving me that support, and so of course I want to give you as much as possible in return. But anyways, I hope that kind of explained it a little bit better for you. Again, please check the description down below. I really appreciate any kind of support you guys show me, or, you know, offer me, or anything like that. Even just watching this video, I appreciate anything. Subscribing to my channel, and please do if you have not. I get a lot of views from people who are not subscribed, but it means even more to me if you hit that subscribe button, because that really helps me out in trying to build my channel. But again, I am grateful for anything, especially if you want to be a patron but you can only afford the $2 a month. Trust me when I say that helps too. Like, I appreciate anything. Like, it means the world to me. And even the fact that people like the stuff that I make is just so heartwarming, you know what I mean? And I really hope that I can bring some kind of like happiness or joy to you guys in your gameplay by giving you the things that I make. But anyways, another one on that little tangent. But again, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this build. I will be sharing it on the gallery now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!